Hi, my spiritual babies, and welcome back to my channel. And happy birthday to all of my wonderful Aries, my beautiful fire sign. This reading is all about you, and this is your happy birthday reading. So let's jump right on in. Let's start off with what lesson you learned in the last year. What lesson did Aries learn this past year? What lessons did Aries learn in this past year? This is a general reading. Please be aware of that. Ace of Pentacles. This past year, a lesson that you guys have learned is about your opportunities, embracing opportunities and noticing that new opportunities are always around the corner for you. This could also be learning to manage your money, manage your finances, or manage your household, your cars, or just managing and stabilizing life. You learned a lot about how you can keep yourself grounded and keep yourself stable this past year. You also may have been presented with a lot of opportunities in this past year and noticed that, hey, I don't like this job. I can up and leave. I can find a new one. I know I am capable of having these new opportunities. So you may have realized that life is full of opportunities, especially when it comes to work, and that you don't have to be unhappy when it comes to work because there's always another door opening for you. You may have also been presented with a lot of abundance opening up for you. Just noticing that you had an abundance of opportunities at hand for you and you never actually needed to settle. Then there's also learning how to ground yourself with your finances. Someone could have taught you about financial literacy and grounded you. Some of you could have learned how to really manage your money in the last year, or learn how to stretch your money. You could have also learned how to properly invest your money in the last year. Some of you may be good at sports betting or betting your money and knowing where to put your money. So you realize that there was a lot of cash opportunities for you in this past year in certain areas of your life, and you gained from that. So for you, Aries, this past year, you learned a lot about stabilizing financial literacy or keeping your home stable, how to stay afloat, how to keep yourself well managed, or just realizing that you always have an abundance of opportunities, which gave you a little bit more drive so you could move forward and keep going in whatever field that you're already in. Let's see what else we have for you. We also have the Hangman. One thing you may have learned about yourself in the last 12 months could have been that sometimes you just need to sit still. You just need to sit still and allow things to transform around you. Allow yourself to go within yourself and transform, and then allow the things around you to transform. Allow for the abundance to maneuver around you. Sometimes you need to go within yourself and deal with what you got going on, and just stay still for a while, kind of pause things for a little bit, and allow for the other things around you to maneuver. Allow for the other things to happen casually around you. So you learned how to be still. You learned about yourself in this last 12 months, how to be still. And if you didn't learn how to be still, then you learned how to allow things to transform around you and how to just embrace the change that's happening around you and to just watch it change. And then you learned when to move, when to go, when to sit still, and when to take action. And that may have been hard for you guys because a lot of you are very active and always on the go, always on the move, gotta have something going on. But you learned the value this year of allowing things to transform and you sit still, holding things down and just saying, hey, I'm going to ride this out for a little bit longer, and then I'm going to get up and I'm going to move, or I'm going to see how this plays out first, and then I'm going to make my move. So essentially, you really learned how to play chess this year instead of playing checkers, right? Let's see. What else do we have for our wonderful Aries? How can they celebrate themselves today? How can they celebrate themselves this season? How can they celebrate themselves today or this season? What do we have for our Aries? Okay. Back. We have the Magician. What a beautiful card. You know, before I jump into this, let me go back to the Hangman, because I just thought of something. And what I'm hearing is this Hangman, this transition was a spiritual lesson for you. This was a spiritual growth for you guys. This was something that you needed to actually conquer, and the universe, God, needed to show you. They needed to show you how to sit still, and how stillness can bring forth a lot of opportunities your way, and how when you allow things to transform around you, sometimes you adapt to it, and you either adapt to it or you outgrow it and you become better than those things, because sometimes the things that you thought you wanted, you actually outgrew way faster than you thought you were. And you needed to see how quickly these things could transform, and how sometimes there's a lot of beauty in stillness. Now let's go on to this next card. We have the Magician. How you can celebrate yourself this Aries season or today is by recognizing your power, recognizing that you hold all of the answers to manifest whatever it is that you want. Make a wish for your birthday. Decide what it is that you want to have by next year, by the next time your birthday rolls around, and achieve that goal. And when you wish for this, whatever it is you're wishing for, or whatever you're manifesting, be understanding of the fact that you possess everything that you need. Anything you need, anything that you're looking for, you already withhold within yourself, okay? And whatever you need, you have this infinite power. Aries, you are a fire sign, meaning that when you manifest, you are manifesting with lightning energy, because you have this confidence to you. You have this uplifting confidence, this confidence of, I know I possess this power. I know that I'm fully capable of doing these things. So when you make this wish or this manifestation that you're going to put out to the universe, just know you already possess it, and know that you are fully capable of having it as soon as you want it, because that is how you guys move. You guys move with fiery energy of, if I say I want it now. So make a couple wishes and set those bars high for yourself, because you know that you will never let you down, and you know that you are capable of having whatever it is that you wish for, whatever you wish to have, you know, whatever you set your sights to, you are capable of possessing, right? Let's see, what else do we have for our Aries? What else do we have for our Aries? Let's see. How can they embrace this new chapter of their life? What can they do to embrace this new chapter in their life? What can you do to embrace this new chapter in your life, Aries? Ooh, the World. The World represents completion, right? But also for you to embrace this new year, feeling complete would definitely be something wonderful for you, but also completing a lot of your goals. feeling like you have really attempted at all of the things that you want out of life, right? Feeling like you've really, this is another spiritual card. I'm recognizing that this is another spiritual card. So this may be a very spiritual month for you guys, Aries, where it is feeling like a lot of completion, like you're kind of coming full circle on a lot of things in your life this year. And you're going to complete some projects that you've probably been trying to achieve, or signing off on some things that you've been trying to sign off on. You're going to really just be kind of like wrapping up a lot of things that had like a lot of loose ends that you've had for a while, Aries. And you're going to be completing them on a checklist, okay? Where you feel accomplished. Making yourself feel accomplished, making yourself feel proud is what I'm hearing, is going to be a very big thing for you within the next chapter, right? So this chapter, you want to feel proud of yourself. You want to feel like you actually completed the things that you said you were going to do, and fully follow through for yourself and fully show up for yourself in this next year, right? You're going to really make it so you kind of set your standards high, just like with the Magician card when I was saying manifest, right? But for you to feel complete, or for you to feel like you're really embracing this new chapter, you actually do need to make yourself feel complete, where you feel like you showed up for yourself, where you feel like you set the bar high, you challenged yourself this year, you really took risks this year, and you completed the goals, or you're nearly fully achieved these goals, right? Where you really feel like, okay, I actually made some of these things happen this year, and I really, took a chance on myself. I feel accomplished this year. I feel like proud of myself this year. So for you to feel like you fully embraced the chapter, feel like you really learned something from this chapter, is actually finishing what you started this year, okay? Let's see, what do you need to let go of? What emotions do you need to release, Aries? What emotions does the Aries need to release, right? What emotions does the Aries need to release to feel good about this year? What can they do to release? What do they need to release? What emotions do they need to release? Tarot. Queen of Cups. Which is funny because she absolutely represents emotional, deep emotions, passionate, really involving herself and nurturing and others, which may be something that you actually need to pull back on. Maybe you are very in this past year, you could have been very invested in your friends and the people around you, your family, so emotionally invested that you may have been dragged down by some of their emotions, or you could have really just felt very connected and passionate about a lot of things that they had going on, and of course you inputted yourself, and that's okay, but the emotions that need to be let go is overly passionate emotions about the things that are happening around you. That fiery energy, that fiery passion that you may have towards others, or to protect others, is something that probably needs to be released, right? Or redirected more so. Keep the passion, the fiery energy within yourself this year, because we are getting older, right? We are changing, we are transforming, Aries. So that passionate energy can go into something creative for yourself, a form of an outlet. If this is like a passionate rage, then definitely release that. Go ahead and let that go, right? But Aries are very protective. They are leaders, and they don't like to see people get strayed the wrong way, or have to be learn lessons the hard way. And so for you guys, nurturing others and guiding them could also be something that's slightly holding you back, right? So you need to release that and just guide yourself this year, so that way you can really complete things. Not saying don't care about everyone else and just stop your emotions for everyone, but pour into yourself as well this year. Be sure to nurture yourself as well this year and fully cater to yourself this year, and don't allow anyone else's situations to kind of hold you back or hinder with the things that you have going on, right? Because sometimes we have to remember the things that you might do for someone, they might not do back for you. So just keep that in mind. And if it's not that energy, then what we can say is your passion and your creativity is something that should be poured into you this year, right? So the emotions that really need to be let go of this year, or to release, is just overly passionate for other situations, or even situations that's coming about to you, right? How we handle situations, maybe being snarky, being witty with our words, or just being very clever in such a rude way, possibly. That's something that is important to release this year, right? Sometimes we don't have to give all of that energy to everyone. Not everyone deserves that energy, right? Let's see what else we have for you, Aries. How can Aries bring more joy and happiness into this year of their life? This chapter of their life. How can Aries bring more joy and happiness into this year of their life? Page of Cups. This is really representing new creative ideas, new adventures, new passionate endeavors, I guess is the word I'm probably looking for. But this is something where you kind of explore things that you haven't fully gotten your feet wet in, right? It could be something creative, it could be some form of a new business, but it's something that you've actually been having on your mind for a while and you've never actually explored it. It's been there and you never really gave it a chance. So maybe that's something you'll be exploring this year, where it'll bring you a lot of joy because you didn't know how passionate you were going to be about it, how creative you were in this area of your life, or how creative, how much creative energy you shared for these new endeavors into your life, right? This year, I'm hearing that you're going to be letting out a lot of your creativity. A lot of your power is going to show this year, okay? A lot of your new abilities is going to show this year. You're going to really blow people away this year, where you're just like, yeah, I kind of stepped out there and it kind of worked out in my favor, So for you guys, this is really a time to really look into yourselves and figure out what it is that you want, because you have a lot of spiritual cards here, which makes sense because this is about your birthday and you have a whole 12 months, and there's plenty of spiritual lessons here for you to learn, Aries. And with that, you'll be tapping into new energies of yourself, right? You'll be showing yourself how capable you are. And maybe you knew you were capable, but you never actually decided to put the energy in. And you're really one of those people that I'll do it when I say I'm going to do it, if I want to do it. So at this year, you're going to really show up for yourself, and you're going to do things for yourself that you're like, hey, I should have been did these. Like, why did I hold off on this? I actually really like this. This is something really cool for me, And you may not have put too much thought into these things, but now it's showing itself to you, and it's showing like, hey, like I should have been kind of opened myself up to this, right? Let's see. Oh, I have a card that has slid off here. This card says, you're already doing it. Stop overthinking and keep facing your truth north. So this is really stating if you Aries have things that you were like, I don't know if I'm capable of this. I'm kind of doubting yourself, which is not really something common for you guys, Aries, but you're wondering if you're fully capable. Just remember, you're already doing it. You're already heading in the right direction. If you're wondering if you should go in this direction or not, you're probably already heading down that path. So you might as well keep going and trying and giving yourself all of the confidence that you need to continue down that path, right? Let's see what else we have for you, Aries. What else does Aries need to know about their birthday this year? What do they need to know for their birthday this year? What do they need to know for their birthday this year? What does Aries need to know for their birthday this year? Listen to your true feelings. Do not let others talk you into doing something you know is wrong. Well, Aries, I know that you guys can be very headstrong. So if someone has talked you into something, that is because they are very close to you and you trust them, or you're just, you know, being swayed into that direction. But listen to your true feelings. Listen to your intuition this year. Don't allow yourself to be blinded by love or emotions where you end up doing something that's not right for you this year, okay? At any point in time, allow yourself to listen to your intuition, listen to your emotions, listen to what you know is right. If you know right from wrong, then be sure to do right instead of wrong, right? Let's see what else I have for you, Aries. What else do I have for you, Aries? What else does Aries need to know about their birthday this year? What else does Aries need to know about their birthday this year? I'm also hearing, don't allow people to pressure you. Not like where they're pressuring, more so tempt you. Where you get pulled out of your emotions, pulled out of your character, or pulled out of your body, Aries. Don't allow people to pull you out of your character and you to act out and mess up the things that's in your life, right? Or mess up good opportunities that you have going in your life. Go with your gut feeling of walking away or not dealing with it or not going to that place, right? That's what's best for you this year, right? Let's see. What else does Aries need to know about their birthday this year? What else do they need to know? What spiritual lessons do they need to learn this year? What else do they need to know about their birthday this year? Wish upon a star. Make a wish and expect the very best. Yes. Make a wish and expect the very best. That also goes hand in hand with the Magician, manifesting, knowing that you are a powerful manifester and that you are fully capable of manifesting whatever it is that you want. Whatever you want to bring forth, you can. You are fully capable and there's nothing that can actually stop you. So the best way for you to celebrate your birthday this year, which is what I had said, make a wish and tell the universe what it is that you want and know that it's yours. Know that it's going to happen and don't change your mind about it. Don't let the faith waver at all this year, Aries. If things are going in a negative route and it looks bad for you and your manifestation, know that that is only happening to make your manifestation come true, to bring forth your manifestation to life, okay? Don't allow for it to make you think that, oh, it's not actually working, it's not actually capable, right? So is there anything else that Aries needs to know about their birthday? Give me one last card for Aries for their birthday. What else do they need to know? One last note. You are gifted. You are gifted. You are very intelligent and talented. What? This also goes hand in hand with the Magician. The Magician, it holds all power. He is very strong. He is powerful. He is capable of manifesting anything into his life. He possesses everything he needs within himself. Okay? And Aries, you are very capable. When you say you want something, you show up for yourself and you make it happen, okay? So just know that you are gifted and you are capable of anything. Whatever it is that you are looking for, whatever it is that you want or should have, it is already yours, okay? Make a wish and let that be that, right? You don't have to second guess if it's going to happen, if it's going to come about. It's yours. And you're going to complete a lot of things this year. You're going to show up for yourself a lot this year. And happy birthday, Aries. I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy that you have achieved so many goals. And I will see you guys in my next video. If this video resonated with you, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and comment your birthday in the comment section, because I would love to know what day you guys were born. Anyways, I will see you guys in my next video, and enjoy your birthday. Happy birthday. Bye.